is still full with orange and black, so let's hope they can get it out and make a run. Meanwhile, check the clock. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Jamie Nielsen cut the race course, got himself on the backstretch in front of Jeff Bernard. So we're just having a real slow roll here at 2:30 for the start. Nothing fancy right yet. Jeff's been pretty quiet, but then we've only got 2 boats there.
Situation as in 2B, everybody needs to be well behaved right now. Drive your race, drive a clean race. This is the final preliminary section of the weekend. Get those points, get ready for the Southern Cup final. You do not need to make a mistake here, as we saw back in 2B with Corey Peabody. Brad Luce, we're approaching the 2-minute period. 2 minutes away.
2 minutes to the start of our Heat 3A, presented by the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. It's the 2021 Lake Guntersville Hydrofest, the race for the Southern Cup. Coming up on 1:45 until our start, 1:45 to the start. So watch for Jamie to go all the way down to the lower end of the race course. Watch for Jeff to go down there behind him. I like where Jamie sits this time a whole lot better than I did last time, although he's still a little bit early, I think, Jeff. My timing mark on this race course, and it's totally unofficial. I always say you don't want to be at that entrance pin at $1.30, and he was down there about 120, 121. So we got 113 this time. If Jamie can hold it above 80 miles an hour, he was very close in that previous heat. They really had to look at the data, but he was legal, so I think he'll be okay this time. But if he wants it, I think he can secure lane 1. Jeff, will he do it with that boat? He hasn't spent much time in it.
I think it's an ideal situation right now, Brad. The 1-minute period is come and gone. They'll walk again. An unfortunate did not start. We're down to 2. Jamie Nielsen and Jeff Bernard, 45 seconds away. Mr. Luce, bring him to the green flag.
Thank you very much, Jeff Ayler. Now keep an eye on that black and gold boat. Now you see the pedals start to go down. Look for Jeff to really try and run this thing hard to the start-finish line. Look at the speed with the 1 versus the speed at the 11. We've still got a lot of real estate to cover, and we've still got 25 seconds. It's only about a 12-second run off that exit pin down to the start-finish line. My watch says 16. So they may have to hold it back a little bit, and you see the drivers having to pull back a little bit. When are they going to put their foot in it? We're inside 10, coming up on 8. Now they start to accelerate to the line. We are 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Mark! And we are racing in Heat 3A, presented by Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. It's a good start. They were close. Those were probably the 2 best starts of the weekend. On the outside is Bernard, inside Nielsen. Nielsen stows his nose first. Where is Jeff? There he is on the outside, the home street. Goodman Real Estate presents the Miss Home Street. But look at Jamie Nielsen run right with him. Nielsen on the inside, Bernard on the outside. Good deck-to-deck boat racing up the backstretch. Now, the rules say that Jeff Bernard cannot move to the left and take lane 1 unless he has 7 boat lengths on Jamie Nielsen. Clearly, he doesn't have it. Nielsen's right there a boat length back, so Jeff Bernard's got to get him 30 feet of lane space. He does, driving him clean, as we like to say. Now it's acceleration off the corner, trying to come down to put the first of 3 laps in the book. Jeff Bernard on the outside. Goodman Real Estate presents Miss Home Street, but he's only got about 3 boat lengths. Really good racing, Jeff. He's got about 3 boat lengths on.
Picture perfect dueling as they go into turn number 1, working the second time here in the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce Unlimited 3A. Bernard is there, but Brad Nielsen shorter way around. Will he tighten it up?
Boy, Nielsen is just not going to go away. He's in that left side rear view. Oh, he picked up the right sponson. He really flew it. Jamie Nielsen, but he settled it back down. He is trying to run down Jeff Bernard. We were talking to Jimmy Shane over here about 10 minutes ago, and he said, the boat's a rocket. When he's talking about the boat, he's talking about the home street, which means Jamie Nielsen's got a rocket by the tail as well. Top end of the race course. Not much has changed here. It's about 2 boat lengths. Bernard drives him clean, gives him plenty of room. Off the corner, they will come down. They'll find a white flag. There's 1 to go. Jeff Bernard. This looks like the last lap, Jeff.
2 complete, 1 to go. An Unlimited 3A brought to you by the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. Bernard in front as they work into turn number 1, but Brad Nielsen's there. Will he close?
He's going to have to use that inside lane to his advantage and tighten. Look at, there he is again. Nielsen is just not going to go away. He's back about 4 boat lengths as they get to the exit pin of turn 1. This is the third of 3 times around the course. Jamie Nielsen hanging right with the Miss Home Street. Great racing here. We only had 2 boats in the heat, but let me tell you, they're putting on a great show as these guys are approaching probably 175, 185 miles an hour, right about there at the top end of the chute. Nielsen closes it up a little bit. Nielsen right there. He's back by a boat length or 2. Off the corner, going to be Nielsen and Bernard. Jamie's got some extra beans this time. This is going to be close. I think it's going to be Bernard. It is going to be Jeff Bernard by about a boat length and a half. Holy smoke. Jamie Nielsen really showed us something there. Jamie closed to that last corner.
Boy, the U11 J&Ds with Jamie Nielsen, you see cutting into the infield. Let's hope there's not a problem with the 11. But fans at Lake Guntersville, how'd you like that deck-to-deck dueling?
I think they like it, Jeff. That's good stuff. I know I did.
Me too.
That is. Oh, and Jamie has dropped down. Jamie has dropped down right after they crossed start-finish line. He immediately hung it on the hook, turned it left to try and get it back quickly to the pit area. Again, let's hope it's not something troublesome. Well, Scott Rainey just went by us and said, we're okay. We're okay. He's the boat owner of the Chartreuse and Royal Blue, and we see the lid is up, so Jamie's okay. And Scott said everything's good.
And Brad, we'll look at the points. The U1 Goodman Real Estate presents Miss Home Street. We'll transfer to the front row of the final. We'll tabulate the 11, the J&Ds with Jamie Nielsen. They might just sneak in as that 5th boat up on the front row. We'll do tabulations after 3B, but I think you'd agree with me, the boat from Madison, Indiana, solid choice there on the front row right now.
Absolutely. He came into the heat with 760. You get 400 points for a first place finish. Imagining everything is good with the tech inspection, put 400 on there. 1,160 points. He's solid. He will be on the front row. I think things look pretty good for Jamie Nielsen. He came in with 525 points. Put a 300 number on top of that, 825. I think he's in pretty good shape. But you're right, we'll run the numbers, and everybody's still got to go through tech inspection. I do feel bad for the guys in Beacon Plumbing. They have had a rough weekend.
Tough break for Bill Cahill, the sponsor out of the Pacific Northwest with Beacon Plumbing. He's got the driver, he's got the team, but the Gremlins have bit them here in Northeast Alabama. But, Brad, we keep talking about the J&D, Scott and Shannon Rainey and that team. Yesterday morning was a disaster, and then about noon things were turning around, and since then they've run well. You never know, did they win the Southern Cup?
You never know, and Scott, as I keep saying, every time you talk to him about that new boat, he just smiles. I think he really believes and perhaps knows, because he's been doing all the work, I think he knows he's got a tiger by the tail in that hull.
I think he feels like he has what you would call a rocket ship, and it's the learning curve right now. Will the rocket ship be unleashed at 4 o'clock for the Southern Cup or next weekend at the APBA Gold Cup in Madison, Indiana?
We're about to find out here in a couple of hours. And you talk about the Gremlins that have jumped aboard the
Here with Jeff Bernard, winner Heat 3.
I guess didn't want to, but the risk and pull them a little tight. Really clean was Goodman Real Estate, Goodman Real Estate presents Miss Home Street. Can't thank them enough for everything they do for our team and all these guys right here. This is all them. Me and Jimmy get the easy job of just driving it. They've been working their butt off all weekend. We've gotten the boat a lot faster than what we started Friday morning with, and one more to go now.
The water seems a little bit rough on this side of the beach. About a mile away, how was the water?
it's a lot better on the front stretch, or on the course. It's calmer than anywhere. Couldn't ask for anything better hooking up with another boat like that and running side by side. I hope the fans enjoyed it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.